Welcome back to iReview, your trusted source for no-nonsense gear analysis. Think you know survival rifles? Think again. Right now the market is flooded with people chasing the latest tactical trends, but the harsh reality is that 99% of those expensive guns are completely useless when the grid fails. Today we are cutting through the noise to show you the sub-$300 survival rifles that could literally save your life. The firearms we are reviewing today aren't safe queens. They are built to run dirty, fire wet, and keep you alive when everything goes sideways. Get ready to rethink everything. But before we dive into the rankings, let's establish our baseline here at iReview. What actually makes a true survival rifle? We need to be clear, a true survival rifle isn't a range toy or a trophy buck hunter. We are judging these firearms based on 4 critical pillars. Reliability. Can it consistently run in mud or rain? Because fewer parts mean fewer problems in the field. Affordability. The price point must be low enough so you can stash more than one, or even use it to barter. Versatility. It needs to be capable of putting food on the table, protecting your family, and teaching new shooters. These are the unsung heroes of the firearms world, tragically ignored by the gun snobs. They are built to work, not to impress. And that is exactly their greatest strength. The ultimate bug-out companion, a deep dive into the Kel-Tec Sub 2000 Gen 2. When the grid goes down and things go sideways, you don't need a safe queen or a tactical range toy. You need gear that just works. Cutting through the noise of expensive, overly complex firearms, the Kel-Tec Sub 2000 Gen 2 stands out as a masterclass in survival utility. Let's break down exactly why this gun deserves a spot in your bug-out bag. The Kel-Tec Sub 2000 Gen 2 is an incredibly innovative folding pistol caliber rifle that is available in either 9mm or 40 S&W. Built for mobility, it features a 16.1-inch barrel while weighing an incredibly scant 4¼ pounds. The defining mechanical feature is its folding design. When folded in half, the rifle shrinks down to an overall length of just 16¼ inches. Furthermore, depending on the specific model variant, it is designed to accept the most common pistol magazines on the market, such as those from Glock, Smith & Wesson M&P, Beretta, and SIG. In a survival context, keeping a low profile is just as important as being armed. The real magic of the Sub 2000 shrinking to 16¼ inches is that it can completely disappear into a small backpack, making it incredibly discreet and easy to transport. It is a massive advantage for bug-out preppers, backpackers, and truck gun enthusiasts who desperately want serious firepower without the dragging weight or bulk. Once you unfold it, the full 16-inch barrel and iron sights provide significantly greater accuracy and velocity than a standard handgun firing the exact same caliber. The true ingenuity, however, is the magazine compatibility. Being able to share magazines with your everyday sidearm drastically simplifies your loadout. It perfectly embodies the survival principle that simplicity and modularity save lives. The logistical advantage of cross-compatibility between your rifle and handgun cannot be overstated. It reduces the types of gear you need to carry and maintain. If your survival philosophy leans heavily towards minimalism, with maximum versatility, this rifle is a sheer masterstroke of engineering. Affordability is a core pillar of any true survival tool, so you can stash them or use them for barter. You can typically find used models of the Sub 2000 Gen 2 sitting right in the $300 to $400 range. Considering it effectively bridges the gap between a concealed handgun and a full-sized rifle, that price tag offers phenomenal value. At the end of the day, survival isn't about having the best gear to impress gun snobs, it's about having the right gear. The Kel-Tec Sub 2000 Gen 2 is adaptable, compact, and undeniably ready for when the lights go out. The Quiet Powerhouse. A review of the Rossi RS-22. When we talk about survival gear, it is easy to get distracted by tactical trends and expensive safe queens. But when the grid fails, true preparedness isn't about impressing gun snobs. It's about control, reliability, and having tools that just work. Coming in at number 4 on the ultimate survival list is the Rossi RS-22. a rifle that quietly claims its spot as one of the absolute best values on the firearm market today. Let's cut through the noise and break down exactly why this rimfire sleeper hit deserves a place in your cache. Stripping away the opinions. The Rossi RS-22 is a straightforward 22LR semi-automatic rifle. It features an 18-inch barrel, giving it a good balance of maneuverability and ballistic performance. Portability is a key factor in survival, and the RS-22 weighs in at an easily manageable 5 pounds. It is designed as a foundational, no-frills firearm meant to handle the basics without overcomplicating the mechanical process. Subjectively, the RS-22 is an absolute sleeper hit in the rimfire world, and for good reason. You might expect a budget gun to feel cheap, but this rifle delivers a solid trigger, smooth cycling, and better than expected accuracy right out of the box. It feels like a genuine working tool. Because of its reliable semi-auto action and lightweight build, it is an ideal platform for training new shooters, including younger family members. Furthermore, if you add a cheap red dot or a fixed 4x scope, along with a simple sling, you instantly have a woods-ready survival rifle that will run for decades with minimal fuss. It serves perfectly as a reliable backup gun for trapping and putting small game on the fire. True logistical preparedness dictates that you need gear that is affordable enough to stockpile or barter. The RS-22 allows a prepper to acquire multiple survival rifles efficiently. It proves that you absolutely do not need a massive financial investment to secure a genuinely capable firearm geared toward long-term preparedness. The most staggering aspect of the Rossi RS-22 is its cost. With MSRPs typically sitting around the $150 to $180 range, it delivers performance well beyond its sub-$200 price tag. For less than the cost of a standard grocery run, you get a dependable tool that can feed and protect. In a survival scenario, simplicity always wins. The Rossi RS-22 is not glamorous, but it is reliable, repairable, and ready. If you need a capable rimfire rifle that stretches every dollar to its absolute limit, this is the gun you want in your corner. The Silent Precision Tool, a review of the Marlin XT22. In a modern world obsessed with rapid-fire, high-capacity tactical gear, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters when the grid goes down. Gun snobs will chase the latest trends, but when the lights go out, your survival depends on a weapon that runs dirty, fires wet, and never fails. Coming in at number 3 on our list is a testament to unwavering dependability, the Marlin XT22. This isn't a range toy. It's a dead simple, bolt-action rimfire rifle, designed for the prepper who understands that in a survival world, silence, discipline, and absolute reliability are paramount. Looking at the purely objective data, the Marlin XT22 is a minimalist bolt-action rifle chambered in 22 LR and other rimfire calibers like 22 WMR. It features a full-length 22-inch barrel that optimizes bullet velocity and accuracy while weighing in at a very manageable 6 pounds. Built around a highly durable construction, it features a buttery smooth bolt action. To accommodate different survival loadouts and preferences, Marlin offers this platform in both magazine-fed and tube-fed versions, giving you distinct options for how you store and carry your ammunition. Subjectively, the XT22 is a masterclass in quiet power. While many people automatically reach for semi-autos, they forget the sheer mechanical precision that a simple bolt action offers. Shooting this rifle feels deliberate. It boasts a surprising degree of precision for its price point. It is the ultimate tool for quiet hunting, where every single shot counts to put food on the table. Because it lacks the distractions of semi-automatic operation. It is also a phenomenal platform for teaching foundational shooting skills to new shooters, forcing them to focus entirely on shooting fundamentals. Best of all, it is incredibly low maintenance, requiring little more than a quick pull-through and a rag to keep it running flawlessly for years. In a long-term grid-down scenario, moving parts are your enemy. Semi-automatics have springs, gas systems, and tight tolerances that fail when dirty. The XT-22's bolt-action mechanism minimizes those failure points entirely. Furthermore, a bolt action naturally forces a psychological shift in the shooter. It eliminates the spray and pray mindset, forcing you to slow down, aim well, and conserve your precious ammunition stockpile. It is a gun you grab when you need absolute confidence that it will go bang every single time. When it comes to the budget, this rifle hits the sweet spot for a long-term preparedness kit. Typically retailing around the $250 to $300 range, it delivers unwavering, generation-lasting reliability for less than the cost of a standard grocery run. If the lights went out tomorrow, you wouldn't need to impress anyone with aesthetics. You would need a rifle that is reliable, repairable, and ready. The Marlin XT-22 proves that less is truly more, making it an underrated powerhouse that deserves a spot in your survival cache. The ultimate underdog, a review of the Mossberg 702 Plinkster. When the grid fails and everything goes sideways, 99% of the latest tactical trends and safe queens become absolutely useless. True survival requires gear that is built to work, not to impress. Coming in at number 2 on our survival list is a firearm that perfectly illustrates why you should never judge a book by its cover. The Mossberg 702 Plinkster. Sure, it's called a Plinkster, but do not let the name fool you. This rifle is anything but just a range toy for plinking, and here is exactly why it deserves your attention. Stripping away the noise, the Mossberg 702 Plinkster is a lightweight 22 LR semi-automatic rifle. It features an 18-inch barrel and tips the scales at an incredibly light 4 pounds. It feeds from readily available 10-round magazines. Additionally, for those who like to tweak their loadout, there is a surprising amount of aftermarket parts available for customization. In the gritty reality of survival, this gun punches way above its weight class. It is shockingly reliable for its price point and boasts great ergonomics. While it isn't a precision sniper rifle, it delivers decent accuracy for its intended purpose. Its greatest strength lies in its incredibly simple manual of arms, making it accessible to virtually anyone. This makes it a perfect truck gun to keep handy, or an ideal secondary rifle to hand off to a family member who might need to hunt small game or defend the homestead. Beyond that, the 702 is exceptionally easy to clean, easy to shoot, and easy to store in tight spaces. Preparedness isn't paranoia, it's control. In a crisis, having a lightweight, low-recoil weapon that an untrained family member can safely and effectively operate is a massive tactical advantage. The simplicity of the 702 means there is less of a learning curve when stress levels are high. It embodies the core survival truth. Simplicity always wins. Affordability is where this rifle truly shines. The Mossberg 702 Plinkster offers incredible bang for your buck in a survival context, as it is often found for well under $150. It costs less than a standard grocery run. You do not need the best gear, just the right gear. If you are looking for a reliable, repairable, and ready firearm that you can stash easily and rely on when things get rough, the Mossberg 702 Plinkster is an outstanding, highly underrated choice. The pinnacle of pure survival. A review of the Stevens Model 301 single shot. Forget the tactical gear and the expensive safe queens. When everything goes sideways, simplicity always wins. Taking the absolute number 1 spot for the most underrated survival firearm is a tool that embodies longevity and self-reliance in its purest form, the Stevens Model 301 single shot. In a world where every single shot truly counts, this gun cuts through the noise of tactical trends and delivers raw, uncompromising utility. Looking at the purely objective data, the Stevens 301 is a break-action, single-shot shotgun. To accommodate different shooters and survival needs, it is available in 410, 20-gauge, or 12-gauge. It features a 26-inch barrel and typically weighs in at a highly manageable 5 to 6 pounds, depending on the specific gauge you choose. In the gritty reality of a grid-down scenario, this gun is undeniably effective, honest, and truly priceless. It is phenomenal for foraging. You can easily take small game like squirrels or rabbits with the 410, or drop larger game like deer using slugs. If you load it with buckshot, it becomes incredibly effective for home defense. However, its greatest strength is psychological. Having only a single shot forces you to slow down, aim well, and be incredibly deliberate with every round. In a high-stress survival situation, that strict discipline matters far more than a frantic spray and pray mindset. The ultimate enemy of any machine in a harsh environment is complexity. Fewer moving parts directly translates to fewer chances of failure. Because of this, it is without a doubt one of the most durable firearms on the planet. It is the kind of tool that will last for generations, acting as a passed-down heirloom of self-reliance. Furthermore, its dead simple operation and absolute utility make it an invaluable tool for barter if standard currency loses its value. Preparedness isn't paranoia, it's control. You do not need to drop thousands of dollars to secure your family's safety, as the Stevens 301 often retails around a mere $180 to $220. The Stevens 301 single shot isn't glamorous, and it certainly won't win any beauty contests at the shooting range, but it is built to work, not to impress. It is reliable, repairable, and ready. If the lights went out for good, this is the ultimate tool you would want by your side. When push comes to shove, simplicity always wins. It is time to finally forget the flashy tactical gear. In a real grid-down scenario, you need a rifle that runs dirty, fires wet, and can be fixed in the field with nothing but a multi-tool. As we have demonstrated today, these guns are built to work, not to impress. At iReview, we believe that preparedness isn't paranoia, it's control. Every single rifle we showed you on this list serves multiple vital roles, and astoundingly, costs less than a standard grocery run. Our final takeaway is this: you don't need the most expensive gear on the market. You just need the right gear. You need tools that are reliable, repairable, and ready. So we turn the question over to you. If the lights went out tomorrow, which one of these budget-friendly survival rifles would you choose to rely on? Let us know your pick in the comments below. Thank you for trusting iReview for your objective gear analysis. Be sure to subscribe for more no-nonsense evaluations. Until next time, stay ready, stay sharp, and keep your powder dry.